Welcome to Elnaz 360. So today's session, it's a short session all about Sun Salutations. Sun Salutations are sequences of yoga poses which are done frequently, especially during vinyasa flow. They're great for warming up the body, and usually they are harmless. And again, during this session I want to teach you the name of each pose and how we do it. And when you're ready, just get on your mat. We're going to start from the standing pose. So we're starting from Tadasana or mountain pose. Tadasana is a Sanskrit name, and the English version, we call it mountain pose. So just get to the short edge of your mat. When you're ready, just open your arms. Your palms are facing to the front. Let's take a deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. So your feet are parallel to each other, and preferably you can keep them hip-width distance. You are in mountain pose. So we're going to start with half Sun Salutation here. So let's reach both arms up. Inhale, circle arms up. Gaze up, touch palms. Maybe lean a little bit backward. Inhale here. With your exhale, hinging from the hip. Folding forward, coming to your Uttanasana. This is called Uttanasana. You release the head and the neck and just let the stretch happen on the back of your legs. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Put your hands on your shins, or if your hands getting to the floor, you can actually keep them there, but you're lengthening the spine. This is called Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale here. With your exhale, place your hands on the floor to back to your Uttanasana. Now again, keep a little bit of bend into your knees, root down and rise up to the standing. Reach both arms toward the sky. Inhale here. With your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. This was one cycle of basically half Sun Salutation. So again, one more time. Inhale, reach both arms up. Gaze up, touch palms. Exhale, fold forward, coming to your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, back to your Uttanasana. Root down, rise up to the standing, reach both arms toward the sky. Inhale here. With your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Sun Salutations have some sort of a palate cleansing effect, so they're great, especially in the morning before breakfast, if you want to do a couple of Sun Salutations. One more time. Inhale, reach both arms up. With your exhale, hinging from the hip, coming to your Uttanasana. This time we're going to actually continue with the Sun Salutation. So inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, place your hands on the floor. Step one foot at a time back to your plank position, top of a push-up. And then from here, push back to your downward facing dog. So you're pushing your top of the thighs to the back of the room, coming to your downward facing dog, or in Sanskrit we call this Adho Mukha Svanasana. So if you feel too much tightness on the back of your legs, I would recommend start to pedal your feet, especially in your first Sun Salutation, to just give a stretch to your hamstrings and warming up the body a little bit further. You're pressing your hands firmly to the floor, elongating the upper body at the same time. Then eventually you come to the stillness. Imagine the inner thighs are spinning toward the ceiling, toward the back of the room, and you're sliding, the sit bones toward the ceiling. One more deep breath. And then when you're ready, very gently walk your feet toward your hands. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, back to your Uttanasana. Root down, rise up. Inhale, reach both arms up. With your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So now we're going to do the same cycle. We're going to add one more pose to this. Actually, not one more, two or three more, which is, we call it, you're coming all the way down, doing a back bend, and then coming back to the same place. So inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward, coming to your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, step one foot at a time back to your plank position. So from your plank, put your knees down, come all the way down to your bellies on your mat. From here, let's place your hands next to your rib cage, as you can see me. So your hands, your palms are next to the right rib cage and the left side. Then keep your elbows close to your body. You're pointing your toes. Imagine again the inner thighs are spinning toward the ceiling. Now press to your hands, lift your chest, only the upper chest. Coming to Cobra Pose or Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower yourself down. And then from here, you can push again, coming to your plank position. Your knees are here as a support. Curl your toes under and push back to your downward facing dog, Ardha Uttanasana. And staying here for one more deep breath. Now again, start to walk your feet toward your hands. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, back to your Uttanasana. Root down and rise up all the way toward the ceiling. So your arms reach toward the sky. With your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now we're going to take one more, again, just deepening the steps, going through this another cycle of Sun Salutation. We're adding poses as we're moving forward. So inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward to your Uttanasana. Release the head and the neck. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, step one foot at a time back to your plank position. From your plank, either put the knees down if needed. Otherwise, if you feel you have enough strength in your hands, you can come all the way down to your bellies on your mat. Place your hands next to your rib cage. Your elbows are hugging your torso. Let's do one more Cobra Pose. Press through your hands, lift your chest up, coming to your Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower yourself down. And then from here, you can either coming up with your knees on the floor or curl your toes under. Push to the plank position, all the way back to your Ardha Uttanasana, which is your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, open your mouth, let it go. And again, one more time, walk your feet toward your hands. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. And then again, root down. And with your inhale, rise up to the standing, reach both arms up toward the sky. Inhale, with your exhale, bring your hands to your heart, back to the mountain pose. So now, this was the version of Sun Salutation version A. Now we're going to add to this, going to Sun Salutation version B. Again, I will teach you parts of it and then we'll eventually do all of it. So now from here, we're going to add one more pose to this. So let's sit back to the chair pose. From where you are, you're going to bend your knees as if you're sitting on a chair and reach both arms up and above. Chair pose, Utkatasana. You're shifting your weight to your heels. This is very important. Pull the lower belly in, reach both arms to the front and up. Imagine the inner thighs are spinning toward the floor and the outer thighs are hugging toward the midline. Staying here for one more deep breath. With your exhale, fold forward to your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, step one foot at a time back to your plank position. And then from your plank, again, one more time, either put the knees down or you're coming all the way down to your bellies on your mat. This time, instead of a cobra, we're going to do an up dog. So place your hands next to your ribcage, you're pointing your feet, engage your leg muscles, you're pressing to your hands and straighten your arms all the way up. When you're coming here, your hips and your knees are off the floor. Inhale here. With your exhale, curl your toes under. and push back to your downward facing dog, Ardha Uttanasana. Let's take a deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. And again, one more time, walk your feet toward your hands. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, back to your Uttanasana. And then from here, you're going to bend your knees one more time, sitting back to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in and breathe out. So we are gradually adding to our Sun Salutation cycle, as you can see, moving forward to more advanced levels. Then push to the feet and rise up to the standing. Bring your hands to your heart. Back to the mountain pose. So this was, again, the beginning of Sun Salutation version B. Now I'm going to add again to the Sun Salutation version B to make it complete. So reach both arms up one more time. Inhale. Actually, from here, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to start again. From here, you're going to bend your knees and sit back to your chair pose. Again, Utkatasana. Breathe in and breathe out. And then from here, exhale, fold forward to your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the floor and step one foot at a time back to your plank position. And then from your plank, again, either put the knees down or you might shift yourself a little bit forward and come all the way down to your bellies on your mat. Place your hands next to your rib cage. And we're gonna go all the way to the up dog. So press your hands and start to straighten your arms all the way. Open your heart forward, your hips and your knees are off the floor. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then curl your toes under. Push back to your downward facing dog, Ardha Uttanasana. Let's take a deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. And this time you're going to lift your left leg to the hip height. And then bend your knee, shift forward, hug the knee into your chest, and then step between your hands. When you step, then start to adjust your foot until your heel comes underneath your front knee. Then pin your back heel down. You're putting your back heel down, rooting down through the front foot and rising up to your warrior one. So before you reach both arms up, I want you to give a little bit of space between your left foot and your right foot in terms of the width, and try to see if you can basically face your pelvis more to the front. You're squaring the pelvis to the front. Reaching both arms up, coming to your Virabhadrasana 1, which is your warrior 1. Pull the lower belly in. Firm the upper arms in again. And again, you want to make sure that your front knee is above your front heel. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale here. With your exhale, lower your hands down. Push back to the plank position. We're going to do one more vinyasa. Again, come all the way down to your bellies on your mat. Place your hands next to your rib cage. Press to your hands. Root down and rise to your the upward facing dog. Inhale here. With your exhale, curl your toes and push back to your downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. When you're ready, lift your right leg to the hip height. Bend your knee, shift forward and hug the knee into your chest when you're in plank. Step between your hands. And again, you're going to adjust the location of your foot, push it forward. And now you're going to pin your back heel down. So perhaps you're going to shorten your stand a little bit. Put your back heel down. Push to the front foot. Rise up to your warrior 1. And again, see if you need to adjust the distance between your right foot and left by pushing your right foot a little bit more toward the right side. When you're ready, reaching both arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, try to keep your pelvis more square to the front. Bend your front knee until your knee is above your front heel. Breathe in and breathe out. This is called Warrior 1. Inhale here. With your exhale, lower your hands down. Push back to the plank position. And then here I want to add one more basically action here. Instead of coming all the way down to your bellies, again, this is an option. Otherwise, you can come all the way down. But you can come halfway down, as you can see me. This is called Chaturanga. Point your toes, press your hands, open your heart forward. Inhale here. And then with your exhale, curl your toes and push back to your downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. And then this time, either again, you can step or you can bend your knees, gaze between your hands and jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward to your Uttanasana. Root down and rise up to the standing. Reach both arms toward the sky. Inhale here. With your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So now this was some sort of a complete sequence of Sun Salutation. So I'm just going to do one more cycle of Sun Salutation, including Warrior 1s on the right side and the left side. And you can do it with my pace if you want. And again, take your time. Just you can practice this video like multiple times until you learn, the pace and you learn the name of the pose and just feel comfortable with it. So when you're ready, again, you're standing at the top of the mat. Your feet are parallel to each other. Let's reach both arms up. Inhale. Gaze up, touch palms. With your exhale, fold forward, coming to your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, back to your Uttanasana. From here, let's sit back to your chair pose. Bend your knees, reach both arms up. Coming to your Utkatasana, chair pose. Shift your weight to your heels. Inhale here. With your exhale, fold forward. And then place your hands on the floor. Step 1 foot at a time back to your plank position. From your plank, so you're going to shift yourself a little bit forward, as you can see me. So your shoulders are passing from your wrists, coming halfway down. Your elbows are becoming 90 degrees. Point your toes, press your hands, open your heart forward, coming to your upward facing dog or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Inhale here. With your exhale, curl your toes and push back to your downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg to the hip height. Bend your knee, shift forward, step between your hands. Pin your back heel down, rise up to your Warrior 1. You're coming here just for a breath. Pull the belly in, take an inhale. With your exhale, lower your hands down, push back to your plank position. Let's do one more Chaturanga. Let's come in halfway down. This is Chaturanga. Point your toes, press your hands. Inhale, lift your chest up. Your hips and your knees are off the floor. With your exhale, curl your toes and push back to your downward facing dog. When you're ready, let's lift your left leg up. Inhale here. With your exhale, shift forward, step between your hands. And again, pin your back heel down, root down and rise up to your Warrior 1. Let's take a deep inhale here. With your exhale again, lower your hands down, push back to the plank position. So you have option of doing a vinyasa here, which is a Chaturanga up dog, or if you feel it's too much for you, you can definitely push back to your down dog directly, and you don't need to do the vinyasa like so often. So you're pushing the top of the thighs to the back of the room. And now when you're ready, let's gaze between your hands, bend your knees. Either you're going to step or hop. Take a deep inhale, lift your chest halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale back to your Uttanasana. And then from here, let's bend your knees, sit back to your chair pose. We are finishing with the chair pose as well. Utkatasana. Pull the lower belly in. Breathe in and breathe out. And when you're ready, root down through the feet and rise up to the standing. Bring your hands to your heart and back to your mountain pose. So again, as you can see, this was quite progressive. So the last Sun Salutation would take much more energy than the first one which we did. I would recommend that even if you want to do the simpler version without the warriors, just go ahead with that and just practice as much as you want. And whenever you feel comfortable, you can do the rest. And again, another thing is that when you are in the plank position, you are, completely welcome to put the knees down every time you want to come all the way down to your bellies on your mat. So I hope that this would become useful. If you have any question about any pose or any alignment, just please feel free, put a comment for me here. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll try to put more educational basically videos about yoga and yoga poses other than the ones which are for practice only. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.